to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia and I'd love it if you could subscribe. And if you're already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So today's video is going to be my update for my Throwback 30. This project is a PANtastic Club Facebook group project and it was created by Jessica. And I'll make sure to leave Jessica's channel below and a link to the PANtastic Ladies Club Facebook group if you'd like to go over there and join. And this project is 30 different PANtastic Ladies Club Facebook group projects that people in the group voted for to work on this year. Now, I wish I could do all projects, I really do, because I always see new ones in PANtastic Ladies and I'm like, oh, I really wish I could do those, but I can't do them all as much as I wish I could. So this project is great because I can do 30 different ones in one project. So this update, I can roll 6 things out and I am going to be decluttering one thing and bringing something else in its place. So what I will do is I'll start with the 6 things I can roll out and then I will talk about the products that will be staying in, and I'll also talk about the products I'm decluttering and the products I'm bringing in its place. I am tired. I've been working late today, so I'm filming a lot later than what I would usually, but I really wanted to get this video filmed so I can get it edited, ready to be up. And also I have a really annoying itch in my eye and I can't get rid of it, so if it starts watering you know why. But all that aside, let's get into the update. So the first project I can roll out is 4 Seasons ProjectPan, and for that I chose Summer, and the product I picked was the Anatomicals Scrub Tropicana Lychee and Coconut Salt Scrub. I just love the scent of this, it just reminds me of summer. Not a massive fan of the packaging on this though, because when you do open it, it does spring back and it used to always hit my hand. I used this a further 4 times and I managed to finish it. One thing I will say with this, if you do have this product, is don't take off like the lid that comes underneath this, because I took that off because it was just, I found it really difficult to get off, and I noticed that this dried up. Still worked okay, but I think it was meant to be a little bit more oily than what it actually was. So overall I got 12 uses out of this, and my partner did use this once. He wanted to try it and he liked the smell of this as well. Yeah, I managed to finish it and that's another scrub out of my collection. The next one is 50 Shades of Purple, and for that I brought in the e.l.f. Electric Mood Face Palette, and my goal was to use each of the shades 5 times, and as you can see I've used each of them 5 times. I only finished my 5th use on this blush on the weekend, so it was pretty close to the wire whether I was going to actually have this rolled out, this update, but I do. I quite like this palette. I'm surprised actually, because I didn't think I was going to like this cream bronzer. Cream bronzer again, I think just in general with cream products, and not my favourite. I much prefer a powder bronzer, because especially with this one I feel like it was really intense and I had to work with it for a while to get it to not be intense, whereas when I use powder bronzer I can just apply it little by little. But I do enjoy this palette and I used it a further 6 times to get all my 5 uses on each of the shades. The next project I can roll out is Budget Beauty, and for that I brought in my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and my goal for this was to hit pan. And as you can see, I managed to hit pan. I used this a further 11 times this last month. I do really like this primer, but with me not using this for the last week or so, I would say I don't notice a massive difference in me using this to not using it as well, if that makes sense. But it's still one I do like and I'm happy to use, and I still have a lot of this product left. I have a long way to go on it, but I am going to be rolling it out of this project because I managed to hit pan. So the next project I can roll out is Drop 10 Before Summer, and for that I brought in my Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Foreplay Moisturising Shower Cream Gel. This was a 90ml. And I used this one 9 times to completely finish it. This smells amazing, as always, because Sol de Janeiro just do incredible scents. It smells exactly like the Boom Boom Cream. I think if I had to choose from Sol de Janeiro any of their products, I think I would choose the body spray, just because I love the scent. And this one was okay, but there are definitely cheaper shower gels on the market. and I don't feel like I need to race out and repurchase this. So I think if anything, I would buy the body spray, but again, I'm not in the market for that at the moment because I have plenty of body sprays I need to work on. The next project I can roll out is Gotta Pan Them All, and the prompt I chose was Pikachu, and I still haven't wrote the prompt down. But I think the prompt was yellow packaging product. So for that, I brought in my Skin Illuminating Primer, and my goal was to finish this, and I have. I used it a further 6 times to finish it. It wasn't my favourite primer. I don't know if you can see now. I really did try to scrape as much as I could out of it. This was a very, very, very thick primer. It always used to clog up here as well. So when you was trying to get the product out, it would bring out big clumps of hard primer. So I wasn't a massive fan of this. I also didn't find that this was illuminating either. I just thought it didn't add any glow to my skin in my personal opinion, so I wouldn't get this again, but I managed to get another primer out of my collection, which is good. And then last but no means least, for the projects I can roll out this update, this is Pantasy, and the prompt I chose was Leprechaun, a product you think you'll have good luck with. And for that, I brought in my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Bath in Refresh Rose, and my goal was to finish this. So this is where I was when I first started, and this is where I was last update, and I actually took the stopper out of this because I wanted to try and get every last bit out of it that I possibly could, and I feel like I did a pretty good job. I used this one a further 10 times to completely finish it, and I'm so glad to have another lip product out of my collection this year. I don't think I'm going to be finishing any more this year, which is okay, but at least I've managed to get a full size out. I have another one of these in my collection that I may work on next year, but I'm glad to at least have this one out. So now let's talk about the projects I'm still working on. So the first one is 12 Days of Christmas, and for that I chose 8 Maids a Milking. And the product I brought in for this prompt is the Duval's Milky Argan Active Pure Intense Hydrating Milk. So I use this as my night moisturiser, and this is where I am at now. So this is where I was last update, and this is where I am. So looking at that, I feel like this is going to be in for maybe a further 4 updates. I used this one 11 times this update. This is an okay product. It's quite a thin product. I think it's okay. It won't be something I would get again once I finish it. The next one is 50 Shades of Pink. So this is where I'm actually going to be decluttering a product and bringing something else in its place. So I had in the Revolution, I think it's Liquid Lip in Rain. I used this one 8 times this update, and this just makes my lips numb. I'm not sure why. Well, I do know why. But I really did try to persist with it, but I was like, look, this is just, lip products are not meant to make your lips feel numb, unless that's what it's meant to do, but this one isn't. I had a look, and I've had this is my oldest lip product, and I've had it for too long. Let me just tell you that. I just need to declutter this. It's time to go. If it's making my lips feel numb, it needs to go bye-bye. So I'm going to be decluttering this, and in its place I'm going to be bringing in another lip product, and I'm going to be bringing in my little mini MAC lipstick in May. So this is still a pink lipstick. So for the Revolution Liquid Lip, I wanted to finish it. I'm going to be a little bit easy on myself because I feel like recently I've been putting goals on products that might not be achievable. So I'm actually just going to set a 20 use goal on this because I'm working on a lot of lip products at the moment. Some that I do want to finish. Some of the lip products I have for like 30 uses as well, so I just want to set a 20 use goal on this, and I still think it's going to take me a few months to hit that. The next one is 7 Deadly Pans. So for that I chose Lust, and the product I brought in for that is the NARS lip crayon in Do Me Baby. So I've used this 4 times this update, and as you can see, I am getting to the point where it's like reaching the plastic. I don't have a sharpener for this that will fit it, so I'm going to need to buy a sharpener, and I think I'm going to buy the NARS one. But until I buy that and I actually receive it, this is just going to have to take a bit of a back seat. I am going to order it tonight. I'm going to make an effort to order it tonight so I can continue working on this, but I do just want to use this one 30 times and up to 11 uses on this. Beautiful colour, really do like this. The next one is Alice in WonderPAN, and the prompt I chose was White Queen, and that is a product that makes you feel mature, elegant, poised. And for that I brought in my L'Oreal Paris red liquid lipstick in I Am Worth It, and I have set a goal to finish this. I love wearing red lipstick, I do, but it's just not something I can wear every day. But I have used this one a further 3 times this update. I did try to see where I was at on it, but it just seems to be clinging to the side, so I am struggling a little bit. But I think this is going to be until the finale. And whether I'll even finish it or not, I'm not sure. But I'm going to give it a good go. I don't want to change my goal on it because I don't want to just make everything easier for myself. I do want to give myself a little bit of a challenge. And this definitely is a challenge. The next one is Birthstone Beauty. So for that I chose February because I was born in February. And the birthstone for that is Amethyst. So the product I chose to bring in is the Becca Highlight in Prismatic Amethyst. And my goal for this is to hit pan. And I've used this one 2 times this update. This wasn't a focus because I had other highlights that I was trying to focus on to get my uses. But I think this and another couple of highlights I'm working on now. So I should think by next update I'll have a couple more uses on this. I already do have a little bit of a dip, as you can see. But I have used this a lot of times outside of this project because this is one of my favourite highlights in my collection. I'm getting there. I do think by the finale I will have pan in this. I think I just need to start focusing on it a little bit more over the next few months. The next one is Child of the 80s, and the prompt I chose for that was the Goonies, and that was an item that was hard / an adventure to find. So for that I brought in my Revolution Surf palette. This is what it looks like. So my goal for this is to use this one 30 times, and I've used it 4 times this update. So I'm up to 10 uses on this. One thing I do want to say as well, which just while we're on the subject of eyeshadows, I have decided to stop my pan those eyeshadows. I'm not going to be doing an update for it this month or next month because I've just been trying to focus on the other eyeshadows in my projects. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to start something again in the new year with eyeshadows, but for now I just want to focus on the rest of the other eyeshadows I have in other projects. So I have been enjoying this palette. I think it's a really, really nice palette. I wanted this palette for so long. I thought I'd missed out on it because Soph has brought out a couple more palettes since this one, because this was her first one, and I thought I'd missed out on it, but I hadn't. But it really took me a while to get this into my collection. It took me about 3 times of buying it. So yeah, I have another 20 uses to go on that one. The next one is Harry Potter and the Pan of Fire, and I chose Golden Snitch and Gryffindor. You only needed to choose one, but I chose both. So Golden Snitch was golden and Gryffindor was scarlet and gold. So for that I brought in my Kiko Wonder Woman blush, and as you can see it's got scarlet and gold. And my goal for this blush is to use it 20 times. So this update I used it 5 times, and I'm up to 15 uses on this, so I need to get a further 5 uses now. I got my 5 uses this update, so I do think I will have this one rolled out by next update. It's an absolutely beautiful blush. I bought this on a really, really, really good deal when I went to Covent Garden in April this year. I think it was about £3, which I think is amazing, and it's a really, really pretty blush. The next one is I Heart the 90s, and the prompt I chose was I Will Always Love You, and that is a product that has been a holy grail for a long time. And this product just seems to not be moving, and I'm not sure why. So I used this one a further 4 times this update. My goal is to finish this, and I couldn't make a new mark last update because it hadn't moved, and again, it hasn't moved. I'm still here, even though I've used it 8 times since I was at this point before. So I'm not quite sure why I can. When I look at it, it looks like it's here, but then it goes up. So I'm not sure, and I'm just not going to mark it because when I shine my light through it, it looks like that is where I am. Hopefully next update I can actually make a new mark. I love this foundation, it's my holy grail. I already have a backup ready to go, and I will always have a backup of this. I really hope Rimmel don't discontinue this, because I don't know what I would do, because I absolutely love this foundation. The next one is lip service. So for that I brought in the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in cans. Absolutely love this lipstick. If I could just wear this lipstick every day, I would be content. So I used this one 10 times this update. My goal is to use it 30 times and I'm up to 16. I am trying to stop myself from gravitating towards this every day. I love the colour, I love the formula, I just love everything about this. But I absolutely love this. I would definitely consider picking this up again. Not that I need to, because I have lipstick that will last me forever. The next one is Pan of Dinosaurs. So for that I chose Micro Raptor, and that is something with little product. So for that I brought in this little shampoo and conditioner set. So this is the Hair Boss conditioner and shampoo. I only use these ones one more time, so my goal is to finish them. Being honest, sad. So I do have a way to go on this. I will only take this with me when I go travelling, like, you know, on holiday, or if I'm going to visit family and I need to wash my hair, I will take these and use them. I do think by next update I may be able to have another use on them, and then maybe over the Christmas period I might be able to get a couple of uses on these, but I think these might be in until next year now. The next one is Skin is In, and for that I chose these Indeed No Acid pads, a gentle alternative to acids. So this is the only type of product I've got in my collection like this, so I wanted to try and see what I thought. So this is what they look like. They're just little pads that you wipe on your face. And I have used these ones 5 times. There are 30 pads in here and I've used these 5 times, so I've used 5 of them. I don't use these every day. I use these maybe twice a week, if that. It just depends on whether I want to use them that night. So these may take me a while, but I am working through them now. I did only start to use these this update. The next one is the Golden Girls Project Pan, and the prompt I chose for that was cheesecake, and that is something in sweet packaging or smells sweet. So for that I brought in my Karma Co lip mask in vanilla, and this is what it looks like now. So I have hit pan on the bottom, and I am now just working my way around the sides. So I used this one 11 times this update, and my goal is to finish it. I think maybe a couple more updates and I should have this one rolled out. I do really like this product. I love lip masks and I love vanilla. I do enjoy using this. This is really moisturising, and this is what I put on my lips before I go to bed. And then the last project I've worked on this month is Tiny Pans. So for that I brought in my NARS Orgasm Unwrapped palette, and this is what it looks like. So I have only used this one twice. I haven't used it that much. I do want to get a few more uses next update if I can. But I do really like this palette. It's really good for travel. I think I will take this with me when I go away to visit family, because it's just really easy, and usually when I'm visiting family I'm trying to do my makeup pretty fast because I want to go and spend time with the family. There's plenty of shades in here that are like one and done, and yeah, it's not my favourite palette. The shimmers are okay. I would expect more from NARS. Still some projects and some prompts I haven't started, and some I have started but I just haven't used this update. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really happy that I've managed to get 6 things rolled out. I'm hopeful that I can have a couple more rolled out next update as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it means the absolute world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.